Gap to slash more stores, cut job. Retailer says many mall locations are less desirable. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. Gap Incorporated plans to close about a quarter of its namesake stores in North America, the second major round of cuts in just 4 years as the company struggles to rehabilitate the brand. The retailer once claimed the title of the world's largest specialty apparel chain by expanding to virtually every mall and city center in the U.S., but with the chain's sales slumping and consumers doing more of their shopping online, Gap is left saddled with too much real estate in undesirable locations. To address this imbalance, Gap said on Monday that it planned to close 175 North American Gap stores over the next few years, with a bulk, 140 stores, to be closed by early 2016. That will leave Gap with 500 stores in North America, down from more than 700 in 2013. The company will continue to operate 300 Gap outlet stores which aren't slated for cuts. It is unclear how many job cuts will result from the store closures, but the retailer also said that it plans to eliminate 250 jobs at the corporate office. Chief Executive Art Peck said the moves were designed to ensure that the Gap chain is the right size for a changing market and that the remaining stores were in productive locations. Quote, "Many of these stores are in centers we've been in for a long time," Mr. Peck said, adding that the makeup of the mall has since changed and the population has shifted so that these locations are less desirable. In 2011, the company announced plans to close 189 Gap stores in North America, or about a fifth of its stores base at the time. Gap's problems go beyond its bloated store base. The retailer has been unable to hit the right fashion trends, resulting in steep sales declines. Sales at existing Gap stores fell 10% in the 3 months to May 2nd, after falling 5% in the year earlier quarter. The company's shares are down about 9% so far this year. Aiming to fix the brand, Mr. Peck earlier this year brought back Wendy Goldman, who once worked for the Banana Republic division, to help the design team. She has been working to improve the line for the next spring. Late last year, Mr. Peck put Jeff Kerwin in charge of the Gap brand globally after he had spent 3 years running its China business. Mr. Kerwin has streamlined decision-making at headquarters, leading to the 250 corporate office job cuts. Gap said its sales would be reduced by about $300 million due to the store closures. It also expects to take charge of $140 million to $160 million in the second quarter of the current financial year to cover the cost of buying out leases, writing down the values of its store fleet and inventory, and accounting for the layoffs. Mr. Peck didn't rule out the possibility of Gap opening stores in North America if the real estate is right. Gap recently opened a store in Lower Manhattan where it hadn't previously had a presence. But, he said, returning to the days of rapid store growth was unlikely. Quote, "I feel very confident that this is the right number of stores as we look at the business today," he said. Shares of Gap, which slipped 8 cents to $38.19 as of 4 p.m. Monday, have fallen about 9% so far this year. Let me be clear about this. The 250 jobs that will be cut are only in the corporate offices. It does not cover all of the people who will be fired in the 175 North American Gap stores. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.